Welcome to a realm where personal growth meets expansive spirituality and where we're not just scratching the surface, we're diving deep, widening our perspectives and having a darn good time doing it. This is the Enlighten Podcast and I am your host, Jen Hamilton. You'll enjoy an infusion of motivation, empowerment and inspiration that will resonate in every aspect of your life. Expect captivating stories, heartfelt musings, and my own personal experiences. But that's not all. I'm bringing awe-inspiring individuals to the table, so get ready to meet some remarkable souls whose wisdom and stories will leave you spellbound. No topic is off limits here. Brace yourself for raw authenticity, unfiltered vulnerability, and yes, the occasional splash of explicit language. We're delving into the realms of the esoteric, mystical, and the woo-woo, unafraid to explore the extraordinary. So if you are ready to venture beyond the surface, to explore the depths of your soul, and to awaken the magic of life, if your heart says yes, then hit that play button and let the Enlighten Podcast guide you on this remarkable expedition. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Enlighten Podcast. I'm your host, Jan, here for a Soul'o Snippet. And today we are talking about the heart. So I want to share a little experience that I had a couple of years ago when I was in a beautiful grandmother ceremony. And honestly, I would put this down as probably the best ceremony that I've had. I've had quite a number of journeys with the grandmother medicine. And this one was so beautiful and so profound because it wasn't as hard as some of the other medicine journeys that I've done where it can be quite almost brutal, lots of purging, lots of big awakenings that really just have you excavating really deeply into your subconscious. This one was a reconnection with my heart. And when I say a reconnection, it felt as though my heart was like a little blankie teddy that a toddler has being reunited with it that it lost at the supermarket. It was such a beautiful experience to just come home to my heart and be reminded of how important it is to have a relationship with our heart, to understand that our heart is the center of ourselves, is the center of our chakras. It's the center point between all of the polarities that we experience in life. When we come to the center, when we're at the heart space, we're not pulled in a direction for or against something. We're right in the center. And that is where you find love. That's where you find groundedness. And that is where you find peace. I wanted to share something that I've been working on with my children because this is such a powerful technique. So whether you've got children or not, it's a really, really beautiful way in which to either remind children or remind themselves to come back to love. So in our house, we have lots of big feelings all the time. My son is nearly 8 and my daughter will be 10 later in the year. So they're at an age where they're really discovering who they are. They're going through, all of the usual stuff that you go through at school. And they're beautiful children. They've got such a great relationship. They're really grounded at my place and at their dad's place. And I absolutely adore them. And, it happens sometimes that, things get heated. They argue. I sometimes yell at my kids, it's just normal parenting and, big feelings get thrown around. And so one of the concepts that I've been teaching them is to return to love. And I've always said to them that all parts of them are welcome. All of their feelings are welcome for as long as they need to be able to process it and move through it. We don't rush through our feelings around here. We make sure that we're here to feel the full spectrum of our emotions. And one of the things that I've been teaching them is that when they're done with feeling, the anger or the sadness or the frustration or whatever the big feeling is, only when they're ready, put their hands over their heart, take a deep breath in and just whisper to themselves, I return to love. Because love is our natural innate state of being. We came from love. We are love. We are literally love in human form, having this earthly experience. And so to be able to just take a breath and to connect with the heart space and come back to our true state, which is love. And I think this is so important for even adults to be able to embody, because there are times throughout our day where we get frustrated or, traffic jams happen or things go wrong, or we get that email that we don't want to receive, or this random bill comes in that we weren't expecting, or we have an argument with our partner, whatever the thing is, it is so normal to have all of the feelings come up. It is so normal to experience all of the emotions. But when we have that ability to return to love, we get to come back to, okay, I can do this. Okay, I can experience peace. It's all part of this experience that I get to have as a human. And it is such a powerful technique. And all it takes is you just putting your hand over your heart, taking a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, just reminding yourself that you return to love. And if the feelings are really big, just feel them moving through your body and then starting to dissipate, and start to notice what it feels like in your body to be in the fullest expression of love. Perhaps you can imagine that the crown of your head is open and there's this beautiful white light coming down from source, and filling every single one of your cells with this beautiful white light and infusing love into every single cell. Or maybe when you jump in the shower next, just imagining that every drop of water hitting your skin is releasing everything from you that doesn't serve you, washing away everything that needs to go, and then filling you up with the most beautiful, loving feeling in every single cell in your body. So this is a practice that I do regularly, and I have noticed such a shift in my mood throughout the day and my way in which I can handle things. You know, I had a client say to me yesterday, she said, Jen, I thought when I first met you that you were just one of those full of shit, happy people where you just put on a front where you're always happy. And as I've gotten to know you over the last few months working with you, I realized that is just your natural state. And I've really started to channel you. I can hear you in my head when I'm doing my gratitude to be so grateful for everything. And that was such beautiful feedback for me to receive from my client, because clearly the work that I'm teaching is working, because I'm the embodiment of all that I'm going to be teaching other people, you know, which is the baseline of love and gratitude and peace and pleasure. So it just reminded me when I heard these beautiful words from my client yesterday that the reason I experience life like this is because it's a choice. It's because I choose to allow all of my emotions and all my feelings to be present. And when I feel like I'm done with them, I return to love. I come back to my baseline. My baseline is love. And so I invite you to put your hands over your heart, take a nice big deep breath in, and as you exhale, just return to love and start to notice how your body feels. Start to notice your outlook on life starts to shift a little bit. And, you know, if you're really deep in something big, do it a few times. Do it until the energy starts to shift. There is no time frame that says it's going to take 1 breath, 2 breaths, or 10 breaths, but just be with it. Just come to your heart, because your heart is the center of all things. It is where polarity does not exist. It's beyond duality. It's the oneness. It's the isness. And so reconnecting with your heart is going to be the most beautiful journey that you can take. Anyway, beautiful soul, thank you so much for joining me for this Soul'o Snippet, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode. I hope you love the Enlighten podcast, and the biggest compliment you can give me is subscribing to this podcast, sharing it, and leaving a rating and review. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. My handle is @JenHamiltonOfficial, and the podcast handle is enlightened_podcast. You can also find the video version on YouTube on my channel. Just search Enlightened, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Have a beautiful day and enjoy living the enlightened journey of life.